Grand Rising loves. This is the altar spread for the collective today. Happy Sunday. So the sacred geometry that showed up for today is the expanded flower of life. And so when you look at this is about crossing over. It's about rebirth. It's about death. It's about the other realms that we exist in outside of being human. And so also what we have access to, even in the human experience, because we are spirit having a human experience. And so crossing over talks about the impermanence of being human, but the infinite nature of our spirit. And so a lot of times the ego wants to pretend that it knows the meaning of infinite. But, oh yeah, I know what infinite is. We're infinite beings. Well, really, what does that mean? It means unfathomable, unmeasurable. And we think we know because we're stuck inside this skin, but really our potential, its reach is unfathomable. Our power is unfathomable. Our love is immeasurable. And so the crossing over has shown up to say, be aware of that. And be aware of your connectedness in the human experience, but know that you are not limited to this human experience or the people that you're surrounding yourself with in this experience. We can cross timelines and dimensions with ease, actually, but you can only do that through the heart space. So you have to be in pure intent and highest integrity. So really the message about this is to get back to that state of being, back to that zero state, or the state that you enter into after death, because you go back to that. And it's interesting that this showed up because I've had conversations of late talking about, are we really all one anymore? I understand that historically and maybe in ancient times that was a thing because we were more pure. But now because of our karmic debt and our scenarios and the situations that we choose for our life path, are we even that anymore? Of fucking course we are. And so that's ego that still wants to create separateness. And so that scares me. Those kind of conversations really worry me, because that means that even those conscious beings now are starting to, our numbers are being reduced astronomically, and that worries me. We are all one. And even though we have different karma in the human experience, we are still one, and we are meant to deal with that in the human experience, but always through those experiences, bringing it back to zero. So transmuting the karma and those experiences through our infinite vibration and frequency of love. So yes, we are all one. And we're meant to be forgiving and loving through that to everything that's outside of us, because that is also us. So that doesn't change. That hasn't changed. That has not changed. And so water showed up to talk about expressing the emotion. And this is obviously, you probably all can say exactly what that is now because you've seen it so much. But this also represents the water energy of emotion, expressing our love and emotion through the heart and speaking your truth. And that's what water says. Water says flow or be still. But when water stagnates, there's no motion, but there's still the existence of you in that pause. So I always use the example of snow falling, right? It starts as water and it's met with this obstacle in the sky, this extreme temperature, so it's frozen, but yet it still continues its path as this lofty little flake, this crystallized, beautiful thing, and comes to the earth, and it's going to sit there until it can melt and continue its path. But water has been proven to hold memory. This is science, okay? And so water has always been, and our bodies are mostly water. So if you can connect with water and transmute the energy of water and actually alter the molecular state of water, check out Dr. Emoto, this is a real thing. Imagine what you can do for your own physical existence with that same love, or someone else outside of you with that same love. We can transmute everything, and that shows our connectedness to everything that is. That shows that we are one. That proves that we are one. And so the circle cross of Tenon, the rare intersection of heaven and earth. I wanted to show the chrysocolla. I totally skipped it because you see it so damn much. I like this one. So I figured I'll just show you a different one each time if it shows up again. But look how pretty, like that amazing electric blue that goes through the green. Isn't that just beautiful, that vein? So in the green, look at all those different hues of green. It's just beautiful. That's chrysocolla. Sacred sounds, that our voice is actually sacred, and speaking our truth and our love actually teaches the universe and everyone we share space with about who we are and what we're here for. So the circle cross of Tenon, the rare intersection of heaven and earth, talks about there being a very rare opportunity right now to move into that ascension and be protected and guided through that right now. That all is possible right now. That this is the golden opportunity, that you are not meant to wait around. And so what I would take this as the end card for this spread is that remember your connectedness. Also remember your infinite nature, and use your emotion to speak your truth and then move into that ascension by clearing space. Because whenever we speak our truth, there is going to be a purging and then a drawing in, because we have to create space for everything that's actually meant for you. And so any disharmony will be corrected right now. I mean, this is the rare golden opportunity to fix anything that is not in alignment with you. And so you have access to all of those guides and even people that you've shared past lives with. This is a perfect time to correct karmic issues, because this is ascension time. So speaking that truth and healing those ties. So that's the spread for today. I think that's very powerful. Even though we've seen these show up many times before, I believe this is powerful spread. And I hope you heard it till the end, even though I've seen those cards before, forget it. So anyhow, thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.